It really is, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big step to your right. The idea here is to get that inner outer thigh, your hips, your quads, your glutes, and notice my arms. It's my shoulders pumping this, right? So front and rear deltoids activated. Some body heat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to reach for the toe tap. So a squat, toe tap, and bending my thoracic. We take our core for granted. At the same time, if we go ski or play tennis, there's a tremendous amount of core. So show me your bend. I'm on 7 days, double sessions, guys. 1 in the morning, 1 at night. Let's see if I lose any weight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and give me a fast foot chatter up on the balls of those feet. Fire off those quads, those glutes, those hammies, those hips. Pumping and pumping and pumping the legs. Come on, it's a mild plyometric, so we don't have heavy impacts. We got little teeny impacts. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the bum, hamstring, pumping my elbows back again. What they do?
What they do?
Curl that heel right to your bum. Try to put a squat in there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Light dumbbells, please. To the side, the side, the side, the side again. Give me 10. It's 1. Going to the leg, 2, and 3. There's 4. Show me 5, 6. Don't you fall down, girl. 7, and 8, 9, 10 more. 10, and 9, and 8, and 7. Get that leg up. 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're out. We're up. Side, front, up, side, front, up, side, front, up, side. All shoulders, and up, side, front, up, side, front, up, side. What they do? Up, side, front, up, side, front, up, side, front, up, side. One more. Front, up. Stay out here. Stay, stay. Come on. Show me your power. Isometric, right? Holding. Holding. What they do? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on bench. You got a couch or a chair? All you're doing is mountain climbing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Punch, punch. Push those heels back. Stretching out that Achilles. The gastrocs, known as your calves. Leaning on those tired shoulders, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going pretty heavy. Right into my 25s. Bend over, Red Rover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, flat back. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, separate them. 10, alternate. 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, show me your bench press. Same as a push-up. I'm gonna lay on my bench. My chest is super sore. I did them on Tuesday night. Press, 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 press. Come on. So if we follow the principles of progression and recovery, if my chest is sore, I should not be doing it again today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go to the lighter dumbbell. Again, it's a chest movement, so I'm going to show it, but I'm not going to do too much. Each time I come up with my dumbbells, I'm using core. I'm bringing my knees in, focusing on the squeeze at the top. I inhale open, I exhale close. I really think about that squeeze, because when we meld, call it melding the mind. When you meld your mind to the muscle, make that visual commitment, you're going to get a much better contraction. A lot of people miss this. Good. Think about where your dumbbells are at the top. They should be nowhere near your collarbone. Really low, folks. 7, 6, 5. That wasn't me. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give me some action. All right, we're into heart rate here. So I mentioned doing double sessions. Every day, I'm doing a spin or stair climber, at least 30 minutes. And then every day, I'm doing weights, closer to 45 minutes. So, 7 days of this, I'm definitely trimming down. Show me your best spin. I flick my wrist. I barely leave the ground. You don't have to jump rope. You could be faking it. You could be doing some kind of a bench cardio. I like these two, switch foot. Push it, push it, push it, push it. 30 seconds. Now remember, muscle conditioning is very different from cardio, but one helps the other. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second set of bench presses. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. Working my core at the same time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Switch dumbbells. Right into the flies. Look where my dumbbells are. They're below my pecs. One leg comes up. Other leg. 1. The other. 1. The other. 10. Squeeze. 9. out, other knee in. Right elbow to left knee. You can put your feet down, or you can keep them in the air like this. Can you get your elbow to your knee or your thigh? My right side I can. The left side, it's a bit of a reach. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Turn toward me. Bicep curls. Pick a weight you can manage for multiple reps. More than likely, if you can't get your knee to your elbow on those biking core, right? Those sit-ups, it's more of a range of motion. Your body's not used to it. There's nobody in this room that has a bigger belly than me. Mine is shrinking, but that would get in the way, especially for most guys. It's where guys hold their fat, at the belly button. And so if that's in the way, besides being maybe weak, not having range of motion, they got a gut. They can't get the knee to the elbow, or vice versa. But if it's just you're not making it, you're not thinking about it. Where we go back to that story, mind melding. Visualize contact. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to spin for you, but I'm going to do a tricep. If you got 2 dumbbells, it's like this. I like to use 1 instead of 2 15s. I'm going to go 125. All the way down, all the way up. This is so important that you get the full range. Come on, down, up, classic song. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, elbows in tight. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And follow it up with a dip. If you can't do these, and many of you can't, you're here. These are nasty. Personally, I think these are harder, but you could really hurt your shoulder if you don't have a healthy shoulder. Lots of people are really tight in the shoulder, or they've experienced some kind of rotator cuff issue, and it's still a problem. They never fixed it. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Right into a rotator repair movement, what I call rehab. All right? So even if you had a torn shoulder or semi-torn rotator cuff and you went to therapy, average insurance company's going to pay for maybe 4, 6 sessions. This should be done forever. Maybe not as regular, but certainly 2 or 3 times a week. Pouring 2 pitchers of water. It's an awkward movement. You're never going to be super strong here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right to a front raise. 1, 2. So this is trapezius and front deltoid. Much stronger part of your shoulder. Unless you have shoulder issues. I sit tall, chin up, shoulders back. Use those trapezius and front deltoids. Watch how I make it harder for you. Ready? It's going to be 2 hands from the bottom. Up, out, together, down, up, out. You might have to decrease the weight. Up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down, up, out. Makes them scream, right? Up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down. Two more. Up, out, in, down. One more. Up, out, in, down. We're going heavy, folks. This time, one arm at a time. Last one we did 2. So watch what I'm going to do. This is really the same as this, except watch what I'm going to do. It'll be a little bit crazy. So I'm going to double my weight. I'd rather use one dumbbell. Most of you have limited weight at home. One arm dumbbell row. And I can tell you, because it's so far away from my body, because I've got the 2 dumbbells, it's a little straining on my shoulder. I'm actually targeting my back, but if I feel my shoulder not doing well, I need to make a change. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Better on this side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 12, 13, 14, 15 and 5, 16 and 4, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, I'm on that bench. Laterals, please. I'm a big skier. So it's a good time to get myself ready. Stay tight in your core. Up, 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 up. If I'm not confident with the bench, here, 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 here. Maybe put an ankle bracelet, a little Dynaband on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Medium to heavy. To the ground. Snatch. Press. Down. Snatch. Press. Down. Nice. Primary mover. Shoulders. But those legs, the glutes, the core are very involved. Come on! Woo! Break on through the other side. You got this. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. On your back. A little bit core. Now usually I hold my dumbbell with both hands. I put it behind my head. Why not? Try it with one arm. 2. Switch hands. 6, 7, 8, 9. Both hands. Go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lose the weight. Up. Chair. Not so much, no. So that was a good question. She asked, when I'm bringing the weight back or over my head, am I engaging my lats? No, not so much. If anything, it's the rear delt. So as I come up, getting it behind my head is a rear deltoid, the back here part. But there's no question that weight back here, tremendous on that upper core. If you're having a problem getting off the bench, none of these ladies are, bring the dumbbell, don't go back, come forward, it'll get you up. That counterbalance of the weight. Watch what I mean. So when my weight is back here, I gotta balance and get this engaged. If I really have a problem with it, piece of cake, right? You want to succeed. Trainers, sometimes they make the mistake. We're still moving. Cross your legs, hands behind your head. They make the mistake, I did it for years, of just making programs that are so hard, the customer can't do it, or is constantly in jeopardy of an injury or failure. We want you to be forced to improve, but it's very marginal from workout to workout. If I see a client 3 days a week, that client probably shouldn't notice very much what I made more difficult on a Wednesday or Friday than was happening on a Monday. Now, over months, weeks, years, clearly that customer will know better what they can put up with. I'll also find out when they come in, how do you feel? What does everybody say? What do you say when someone says, how's your day? What's going on? Everybody says, great! They forget to mention that they had a fender bender or their kid is sick at home and they don't have coverage. All right, we're switching up here. We're back to my dip. All right, now the dip again. I'm warmed up, so my shoulders are much more comfortable with this now. It's the first set I worry about for everyone. But if that's not for you, you're here. Or you could be here. Okay? All of those are triceps. If I'm really quite the stud, or you're a female studette, you add a little weight to the middle. Yeah?
Oh, that's serious.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only 100. Well, I've been fighting the 170, so I think I'm at 165 now. But my structure, my skeletal structure, really is about happiest at 150, 155. That pretty much means no beer for me, no cookies at night. I'm more of a hot sauce guy. I don't put sour cream or cream cheese on it. I do like those things. It just doesn't occur to me. I don't buy it. Back to the external rotation. Lighter dumbbells, please. But being a trainer, I manage a health club now, full time. To some extent, if you want people to buy into you, you should look pretty good. I can tell you I know amazing trainers that are overweight, significantly overweight. It's our lives, just like yours. How you eat and how you behave at home is a personal choice. And so, no one can beat their mouth. Okay? You eat ice cream every night, or you love bacon. If you're and I'll say it carefully because I know everybody likes their alcohol. If you drink 2 glasses of wine a night, you're looking at, 340 empty calories. In my opinion, alcohol is really only about the buzz. Calm down, get a little bit of happiness, disengage from the stresses of life. I would say if you look at the COVID statistics, Alcoholism is way up. Okay? This is why I'm working out twice a day. I feel great when I work out. It's not to say I get on that bike early in the morning or tonight. If tonight I'll go home, I'll spin tonight. I'm doing it at home because I can't stand to be having a mask on. My club is just as strict as this club. You take your mask off. We've got 17 cameras. I will come and talk to you or I will email you. Knock it off. Okay? Because it's not, I don't want that for people. It's just the reality. 5, it'll close us down. 4, get us fine. 3, 2, both arms up for a static isometric hold. Now this one, if you're going to have a problem, it's probably going to be lower back. We are seated, but notice how you automatically want it around your back. Keep your chest up. Try to straighten the arms. That deltoid is on fire. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All the blood is up here. Watch what I do. I bring back my heavy weight, and I'd rather do 15s than 25s, but I'm going to do it anyway. My bum is below my knees on purpose. Standing squat, sitting. Standing. If you can't get down to the bench like this without your knees hurting or something else at the joint, then don't go all the way down. Go here. Okay? I actually don't like the last few inches today. It's just because I'm not warm enough. If I commit to it, it's not terrible. I really want that range. Being a skier and a double hip replacement person, I have to fight to keep my range of motion. My surgeon told me at 38. That's when I had him done. Very, very young. He said I'd probably have another hip replacement or 2 before I died. Well, my mom had 3 on right side, 2 on left side. But hers all started at about 60. Because I'm an athlete and I'm always training, mine I really, really feel good still. I have no problem. But range of motion, I have to earn that. If I stop going to the bottom in 4 months, it'll become impossible and I'll have to really work hard to get it back. See how I'm killing time? 5. And it's really, strangely enough, so here's the deal. My cardio, I'm riding against 179,000 people. I'm usually like 4,000. I'm always at the top, which I'm amazed myself. I don't think I'm that great, but I got good cardio. This cardio, what do we call this, ladies? This is anaerobic. It's above your spin classes because it's weight loaded, right? So this workout is challenging my lungs a lot more than my spin bike does. I'm accustomed to that. I'm back into my curls. Let's do an opposite knee, right? Yeah, like right now my breath is okay, but a minute ago I was sucking wind. I've also changed my supplements again. This summer, I think I was still pretty new here. I went to using greens, a powdered greens product. Very expensive, 50 greens per scoop, okay? I thought it was gonna be amazing, but I eat lots of fresh vegetables every day from my garden. Still, I've frozen them. It didn't do much. I mean, I felt great, but it didn't make my tummy go down. Why? Well, Friday nights and Saturdays I have my beer. I might have one in the week too with dinner, but I'm definitely a cookies and milk guy. 2, God help me if it's 3 nights a week. I probably eat too much portion still. If you've looked at any of my posts, I post on Facebook and Instagram almost daily. My meals are big. I don't finish them all on purpose, but I still eat too much. Stop drinking juices. I love only organic juices. Why is juice wrong, guys? Anybody here want to tell us? It's sugar. It may be fruit-based, but sugar is sugar. Honey is not good either. I mean, it's better than sugar. Maple syrup. But you're ingesting something your body craves and loves but doesn't need. We're going up. Now I'm on moderate weight here. because we're switching from a curl to these are called Arnold's for Arnold Schwarzenegger. I press, I come down, parallel, bring the forearm together. That's the hard part. Up, down, together. Now, if I'm flexible, I can get those forearms together. If you notice, it's a bit of a stretch for me today. It means my rear deltoids and my side deltoids are tight. I would tell you the last time I did this, I can touch. By not teaching as much, I am definitely not stretching as much. And at 2 workouts a day, that is not a good formula. 3, 2, and 1. We're back into that row. You saw me do 50 pounds before. Trust me, if I had 1 dumbbell, I could do it all day, I think. It's hard with the 2 because it's very wide, especially on this right side. My shoulder was complaining when it's a back movement with some shoulder, but if my shoulder's crying, and it shouldn't be, I need to check that. So 1 arm dumbbell row, 1 arm dumbbell row. Reach forward, pull back, reach forward, pull back. Try not to jerk the weight. Be smooth. Get 20. Why do I use such a high number? Well, I don't know a lot of you, and it might be virtual. I know these ladies here, but I switched, yep. So I switched before you did, because I am using 25, and I don't want to overdo today. It's really up for you folks, whether you're here or home, to pick the right weight and pick the amount of reps that are going to stimulate you. It's going to be different for all of us. I got Lisa down on her knee with her hand, perfect form. I've got Karen upright, using her leg as a support, perfect form. There's really no right or wrong. I guarantee you, because she's got her knee down like I did, she's going to get better weight. Karen has to be careful that as she gets tired, if she doesn't have enough weight on her hand, this lower back starts to get a little strained. When I really want her working the upper back, she's doing fine. All right, we're on to a push-up. I don't really care how you do it. I would say from what I'm watching here, most of you need to be on your knees. When I come down, watch my elbow. If I'm here and I go down, what's wrong with this? Where's my elbow? It's jutting way past my palms. All right, if I were your coach, high school, college, infantry, whatever, military, absolutely the elbow stays over the palm. That is where you need to be. If you've never done it that way, yes, it feels awkward because you've been doing it wrong your whole life. Please get your chest on that bench, which means bent knee. It's going to be a lot easier than if I'm up on my toes. That's another advancement. Now my chest is super sore. Let's see if I can even do this today. If I go inversion, toes higher than my chest, much harder. You'll see on Facebook or Instagram people with their feet up on the wall. Now you're almost into shoulders, but the higher those feet are, the more those pecs are working and those delts. 5 more, please. 4 more. 3 more. 2. And 1.
I find I get lower since we had that one class. We spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah, so Karen.
I never thought of it before.
So Karen's bringing up, and this is the thing that the instructors here are all super, super experienced. They're doing their own shtick. I think though this class is non-stop, it allows for me, because I'm a talker, to throw in little tidbits that I've seen for years. I've been doing this 35 years. Just down the street, Boston Sports Club, that room there, we get 60 women in there. Sometimes in their 80s, average age maybe 50s, but some 40s and 30s. You can see what the body, these are all fit women, what the body can't do as it gets older, particularly if no one has coached them. I am not shy about telling somebody, if it's 60 people in the room, I'm going to come over and say something to to them personally. I'm not going to yell at, hey, you lady, knock it off. So, trying to respect that boundary of privacy, but letting them know that just one little bad form can not only get you injured, it will disallow you from doing it correctly. So, she's coachable. This group here is very coachable. First of all, my group is shrinking a little, but you have a lot of good choices here. So, I'll keep coming. 4, sorry, 3, thank you. 2, one of the things I love about it is I think these 3 are 3 of the strongest. I know they take all the classes, so at least I've got the toughest group. All right, bend over, Red Rover. Now look at me. My knee is bent, but more importantly, my butt is up. I hang the dumbbell and I go wide. Now my chest is so sore. I love this because it's opening up my chest. The working muscle is the rear deltoid. It's very weak compared to the front shoulder. The rear shoulder, we don't do this in our lives. You would never go and pick up something this way on purpose. You would pick it up and turn around and press it overhead from the front. On the other hand, because my chest is really tight, bringing these way back is opening my pecs. You guys are all doing push-ups, so opening your pecs. Mine is just really sore from Tuesday night. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now I'm going to ask you to load up. All right? Most of you, I think, in the front of me are 2 benches, maybe 1. It's not really going to be good for 1. I want to have enough height there that it's going to make a difference. And I'm going to go at a decent pace. 1, 2, 3. What's my right leg doing? 4. It's grinding out. 5. My body weight, 165 pounds, plus another 30, 195 pounds on one leg. You don't need weight, most of you, but trust me, you do this 20 times, you're going to breathe hard, and this quad is working its butt off, as is the hammy, the glute, and the hip. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Suck it up. Again, my heart rate. This is definitely harder than spinning for me. And it's because what I'm used to. I'm spinning a lot. And again, I've talked to these guys about it.
Are we swapping like
We're swapping! Swapping! Yeah, she's on those numbers. So each one of you is going to come to that point at a different time. Don't be shy. If you're at home, I can't tell. Right? If you're here, I'm looking at the bikes in front of me, really. I'm trying to focus on my own survival so I don't look like a schmuck. Come on, 10 for me, 9 for me, 8 for me, 7, show me 6, and 5, and 4, and 3. I was here last night. 2, and 2 close. 1. Last. Bicep curl. I'm meeting with a couple guys here who are now committed to a long-term plan. They didn't know each other. Guess what? They do now. I believe in community, much like Dennis and Jane. They happen to both live in Bedford. They got some things in common. Their children the same age. They literally want to get to the same weight I want to get to. About 155. They're younger than me, but like many daddies or professional women and men, right around 40, certainly 45. You know, kids, responsibilities, your careers, life takes over. Most, and I'll say women have way more tenacity. Most men are not going to get up every morning and come in here at 7:30 or 8:30 or 9. They just aren't. You know, I don't even know what that's all about. I tease them. You know, I taught a lot of classes, so I always say, I'm picking a women's team. Hands down, women will blow away guys. Sorry, guys. Just way more intense, more capable of doing more movements, more high level. They can take pain and suffering much better than us puppies. But, that being said, yeah, sure we're counting. 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm going back to my squat. I was pretty heavy before. Watch how I own these 15s. All right, so this is nothing. I'm gonna pick up my pace. I'm gonna touch and go. And 3. See how I bring my dumbbells forward? Just to get a little balance to get up again. I'm on the heels of my feet, pressing out of the heel, committing my bum all the way back. I inhale, I exhale. I inhale, I exhale. I inhale, I exhale. That's what I'm talking about. And that's going to get that respiratory way up there. Now I'm watching Lisa has her feet closed. These are really tough. No, it's not bad. There's never a bad, guys. I'll tell you if you're bad, I'll come over and say, hey, you're going to get hurt. This position for her, or for me, really hard. Just like if I ask you to go to a sumo, okay? Often you'll do it with a goblet squat. We're not accustomed to that position. Our happy squat space is right here, a little wider than your hips. So I like that she's doing it. And again, in most cases, I'm never going to call you on. Your body needs to do what you need to do that day. 5 more. 4 more. Could be that you're looking to tweak it in a different way. 2 more. Stay down and hold. I know, it sucks, right? So why do I make you do this? First of all, I know you're gassed. I know I am. She's trying to breathe and her diaphragm is compressed. But more importantly, that isometric contraction, holding. No movement up or down. Isometric is holding. That's why yoga and Pilates is so hard. 4, 3, go to a different place in your mind. 2 and 1. Nice job. All right, we're coming up. I've been bad about going over time in this class because it doesn't feel like there's enough time, but today we're not doing badly. Press again. We press, we did a push up. Let's go back to this. Come on. Last set. How many reps can you do? Now I feel really stretched out in my chest now. Again, this weight for me is super light. And when I started here, guys, teaching this class, I don't know if you remember, I was only using the purples. Eventually I went to the 25s. They were hard. Then I went to the 30s. They were hard. Now it's not the weight because I'm doing 225 with a bar. I'm definitely a lot stronger, but today I was tender. 10 more, please. 9 more. How low can you get those dumbbells? Are they touching your shoulder caps? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go back to the question that Karen had. Am I working my back? Now I am.
Yeah, now.
And I'm going to use the legs so that when I bring the leg up and the dumbbell up, primary mover is definitely the back, like she said, but the core has to work its butt off to get those legs up to meet the dumbbell. Notice that my back comes up off the bench. I lift. Now, if this is struggling for you, it's a knee. I still get the back up, a knee, or both knees. Or maybe you do one leg straight and the other leg straight. But if you do both, believe it or not, I got lots of video and photos of me winning best abs in lots of bodybuilding contests, right to the nationals. I know how to work the core. I also know how to eat cookies and milk. And I'm a Corona guy. Who likes good craft beer in the room? Anybody? No craft beer guys here? You guys wine drinkers or cocktail? Yeah, so I drink Corona with lime. I think it's, not always. I love a craft beer, but I just find a lighter beer, I can drink and enjoy that more than, it's not very much proof. I think it's 4.5%. 3, 2, Mississippi, and 1. Watch this. Take a moderate dumbbell. These are not to be messed around with. I'm going to lean back. I'm going to bring my dumbbell side to side. I might even lift the leg. Look to the ceiling. Get your chin off your collarbone. Look up. Swing that dumbbell with control, not out of control swing. Yeah. Ha. 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 It's about leaning back, guys. Huh. 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 Switch legs. Do you remember, keep going. It's about a month and a week ago, I started my job. I told you I was on the stair mill.
Oh, yeah.
Look at my shins. Look at that scars.
Yeah.
They were pretty bad. 5, 4, 3 Mississippi, 2, and 1. All right, I'm going to use my bench. If you have a couch at home or a bed, or even a hassock of some kind. The week we did these, oh boy, I felt these for 3 days. Now, not all of you are going to be able to do straight leg. So you might be here. The key is to bend, pop up. Bend, pop up. If you're able to do them, same idea. Drop the hip, bring it up. 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 Now, I like it also because it's a great stretch. It's not just a strengthening, it's a stretch. Pilates class. At least for that angle. You know when you need to switch. Go it out. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to lay on my bench. This will probably be your last move. My hips are off the edge. I'm going to hold on to my bench. I'm going to lift. Touch. 2 is too much. Lift with 1. Commit though. Squeeze your back. Squeeze your bum. Touch. Squeeze. Touch. Squeeze. Try to hold it up. It's a flexion. We call it time under tension. So if you just tap and go, not so good. It's better than nothing. I want you to hold it up for 3 seconds. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Now again, where in your life would you do this? You wouldn't. Sweet movement though. And if you have a ball at home, even if it's just a little light, what do we call those little kids' balls? They have like no air, a little bit of air, no weight to them. Or a big resistor ball, big ones. Pick it up and put it down. 4, 3, 2 Mississippi, and 1. Now, obviously, that's a lower back gig, so the child's pose fits very nicely.
I am so sore.
You are
Right through here.
from the whole week, just kind of the week, just that side.
Yeah.
So I like that she's communicating. So more than likely, because I'm thinking if I did it to her in class, she would have said something right away. She's just got a week load of stress in there. And I want to caution you, Karen. I would take the next couple days and really pamper that side. I never stretch one side, but really give that one side a lot of attention. Come up, show me cat back, guys. Rounding the back, and then cow, right? So I drop my belly button, and then cat. But she should try, you guys have a tiger's tail at home by any chance? You know what that is? So it's the thing with the handles and beads, and you can rub it up and
Oh,
down.
I have something like that.
So
yeah.
that or a roller, which,
I have the gun too.
and you go, oh yeah, a gun. So she's got the
I
killer
got
gun.
that.
So the trigger point gun, any of those guns that you see on Instagram, Facebook all the time, those are really good, especially if you buy a good one. If you don't buy a good one, you might be really unhappy.
That was the best thing I bought, and I bought it from Bedford.
It's worth spending $100, sometimes or even more.
20% off.
But if you can find one of those, because trust me, your partner's not going to do it. I'm a massage therapist, and when my girlfriend comes over, yeah, I give her a massage. She does a lot of CrossFit, and I'm like, they're beating you to death. She gets sciatica, and I'm like, these are not good signs. They're probably doing fine. I mean, I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong, but they don't know her body or what she's experiencing days after. So now I'm in what we call a modified pigeon pose. I use the bench because it allows me to get further down and back. So I'll give her a massage. She's willing to give me one, but it's not obviously as deep. I go to a guy who's 6'4", 240 pounds. There's just no way somebody that's 120 pounds for maybe she's.
I have a girl, she's freaking.
Yeah, so you can find women that can do it too.
She is so hard.
Yeah.
She makes me cry.
Right, and so, you know, some men and or women like deep. I like deep. I've even had the Thai. They're not always great. Somebody walking on your back that really doesn't know what they're doing, it's all about, you know, sort of show. It's a show experience. Not to say that all Thai's bad, but if you get someone that knows the muscles and understands what you're about, where your problems are, that's going to be more beneficial than someone just grinding you out, you know, standing on a bench on top of you. I'll tell people, first of all, any place you go to that doesn't ask you, do a full intake,
Yeah.
a massage place, beware, because it's actually law. They have to do an intake on you. But, you know, to get up on your back and stand and walk, not safe. But she's going to take care of that one side. She's probably just got an inflammation there from a week of hard work. You all have a wonderful day. If you're not stretching, you should be. And I would be holding my stretches upwards of a minute. When I started in this industry, we used to tell people 8 to 10 seconds. Sorry, but that has changed drastically. Especially on a cold day like this. This room is chilly. It's warmed up a lot now. But you don't want to go outside before you've stretched. Show me deltoid. So this is side and rear delt. I pull the arm across. I use the elbow as my fulcrum. I get leverage on that. I keep it high and I crank it. And not only is this uncomfortable in the back of my shoulder, but my pec is so tight from Tuesday night. Both are not loving it. Today I will spend the day doing a lot of chest stretches just because it's easy to do. Even if you're at a desk, guys, just do this all day. Okay? And that will really open up the chest. I won't hit it again for probably 2 or 3 more days. So I get 4 or 5 days of recovery while hitting my chest twice hard. 45 minutes just on chest a week. Tricep looks like this. I have pretty good flexibility in my tricep. Look where my hand is. I've got the elbow behind my head. I'm clamping it all the way down. Generally speaking, as trainers and teachers, we try to focus on your bigger muscles that really matter. So for most of us in the world, these ones here, the hamstrings, huge. And because it's big and uncomfortable, we tend to do it very quickly when you really need to stay here. Put the news on. Stay for a whole story, whatever they're talking about. Give it 3, 4, 5 minutes. Elevate. Put your heel up on the roller at your house or on a ball, and then reach for the toe. You could come here and talk to Jane or any one of her staff from a PT point of view, our physical therapist, and they can give you lots of ways that you can improve these more than what you're going to get in just general class. This one, again, this is just a version of this. I see people doing this and they're all bent over and their legs out here. That's not going to work. Here, I can't cheat. And it allows me balance, and I can lean forward, lift my head and chest, and lean forward. And that quad is really, really stretching. If I were you at home and you did a really strong workout, you need to do this again later on today. It's 5 minutes, folks. Take the big ones, the hamstrings, the quads, the chest, and the back, and you're done. A minute to a minute and a half each. You have a lovely day. Best way to recover from a strength training program is getting in a good meal. Certainly protein is there. It's not about overeating protein. About the size of a can of tuna. I would call 4 or 5 egg whites perfect. And then obviously some complex carb for your energy. That's your potatoes, your tubers, vegetables. And then if you want a fat, some kind of a omega fat or healthy fat palm oils like avocado. Have a wonderful day. See you next Thursday.